will explain how the STM cycle actually starts. And this actual step is called maintain external requirements. And what we will learn today is how diagrams are used for capturing high-level requirements. And also we'll start documenting external stakeholders and capture their requirements, excuse me, and how to follow up inconsistencies and correct them and use the power of built-in queries in the EAS framework. So where are we in the STM cycle? Well, we are at the very beginning of the STM cycle, and the purpose here is to capture requirements that come from the outside of the organization. We will use stereotypes, diagrams, toolboxes, and built-in queries to ensure quality in our model and consistency. So if we look here at the sub-architecture section in STM, we are actually working here in A architecture vision, which manages the top level of the strategy level of the EAS framework. And the absolute first sub-process to the architecture vision is maintain external requirements. So if we look at the flow here, we have a couple of things that control our work: security strategy, communication plan, and EAS traceability standard. And we have a couple of informed or consulted roles here. And we have the core roles here, or stakeholders. We have the enterprise architect and the executive. And we will start by documenting external stakeholders, continue on with documenting their requirements, analyze, and so on. So once again, the active roles are the enterprise architect and the management, which accepts the work. And we have consulted roles, the security architect and the chief security officer, CSO. And we also inform the organization about the new requirements. So if we look at the details on some of the tasks in this process, we will create a stakeholder diagram, add external stakeholders. We will look at requirements and constraints and associate them from the external stakeholder. And we will also run queries for consistency. These are all comments that you get from the EAS and STM framework when you have it at your place. So what are we talking about? What are the words or terminology we use? We talk in EAS and STM about enterprise influencers. Enterprise influencers are stakeholders that influence the organization as a whole. Enterprise influencers may be on our side, and then they are called an enterprise stakeholder, or they may be an antagonist. If they are on our side, they are requesting and or demanding requirements. And if they are antagonists, they have threats that they will impose on us. We'll return to that later on, but today we will focus on the request and demanding way for the enterprise stakeholders. In the EAS, we have a proposed package structure. So we have the influencer model that we will work on today. We have goals, and we'll work further on with this during the cycle of the STM. But mostly we will talk about influencer model and high-level requirements here today. So we will create a package holding the influencers in the FFTT model. We will create another package for high-level requirements, and we will document the external stakeholders. that holds the requirements or has the requirements. We will document requirements and possibly constraints they may have, and run inconsistencies, and we will also structure the model if needed. So I will now change to the actual demonstration model and do this for us. So please hold on. So this is the model that we left last time. We created different layers of the EAS. I will structure this a little bit, but what we will end with is there will be two packages within this layer here. So let me just structure this a little bit. I will first rename this to something better. Layer view. That's a good name. Let's create another one. Can call this strategy motivation. This will be a package. And we will move this up. So when we click on this one, this will be our preferred sub view of this one. And I think we should have a package overview as well. So let us do that. Sorry, diagram should have a diagram. And we will start with having a swim lane here. This will make more sense later on when we build up the whole structure. So this is our first layer in the multi-layer diagram. And this is the focused view. So let's start with packages. We call it enterprise influencers. So we have a package here called enterprise influencers. And in here we have a couple of influencers. Let's start with political government. Okay. We have this description. Okay, so we have three different stakeholders here: the political government, Food and Drug Administration, and financial government. Those are our stakeholders who have requirements or possibly constraints on us. Let's break this down. The political government, we can do a local view for the requirements that the political government has. So let's do that. So this is the breakdown view, and we have a requirement here. Let's change this to a diagram. So we have a requirement from the political government to follow GDPR. We have not associated the stakeholder with the requirement yet, so we do that. So do it like that. Okay, let's go to the Food and Drug Administration. Do the same there. So you have this marker when you see that you can break it down. So do it like that. And they have a different requirement. Okay, so let's break down the financial covenant as well. They have this special requirement, know your customer. And we associate this with so now we have three different stakeholders with one requirement each, and we have but these three requirements are just they are structured below the stakeholder, and that's not correct according to the EAS. So let's look at it. We have the three requirements that are situated here under the respective stakeholder here. So we will move that, and we have a script for this actually. So let's go up here. Oh, let's hide this. So, and we have this. So we have prepared now for our requirement model, and we will now drag in the different requirements that we created to this diagram. At this moment, they are just in the diagram. These are just references, but we want to physically move them to this diagram. And the old way, we could use it by just dragging them into here. I could do this with one of them, for example, follow GDPR. We can do it like that. So now it's correctly situated here under the enterprise requirement model. But these two are not here. And do this bulk-wise, you can use a built-in script in EAS. So let's do that. So we go into the scripting library and we say move elements to diagram owner. So now these two were moved to the same package as the diagram. So what have we here now? We have a set of influences, three of them, and we have one requirement each, and they are situated here in the enterprise requirement model. So we will also add these two packages because this is the local view for this layer strategy motivation, and we will also add this to the more global view of all the layers. I will show you later on. This will be clarified later on. So let's hide this content here. That, and we'll do that. And later on, we will add the different layers here so we can have an easy way to go to each package just from the global view. So this is all we will do right now. So I will switch back to the PowerPoint. So we were here. So I hope that you have understood the things that we said that we would look up. And I also see that I forgot to demo the inconsistencies. So let me show you that. So we back to the model here. So what I forgot to show you is that we have this set of queries that we can do. So I do Control F, and this is built in the EAS framework. So let's do some analysis here. So I can look at this analysis, and what did we say that we would do? We said that we would look at let's see here. Incomplete stakeholders. Yes, correct. So let's do that. Incomplete stakeholders. Do we have any incomplete stakeholders? Incomplete stakeholders. And we don't have any, and that's because we filled everything. So let me show what would happen if we had some incomplete stakeholders. Let's say, for example, that we enter a new one here. So I run the same query. I'm sorry, this is not correct. Let's do it like this instead. Warnings. Here you can see that the external stakeholder is not related to a requirement. And we can also look at incomplete requirements. And we see that the origin is not set. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's remove this one. So these are not marked as origin. So let's do that. Sorry. Here we have it. So this is an external requirement. Then you can see that it is external. So let's run the query once again. Okay. Less warnings. Okay. Okay, even less warnings. Good. And now we have no incomplete requirements or constraints. So this is an example of how you can use the power in the ES framework and the analysis framework to query your model if it's complete and consistent. So I will go back now to the PowerPoint. So we were here And I hope you have understood every step that you need to do when you're documenting external stakeholders and requirements in the EAS framework. And please like and subscribe this video and share it with everyone you know that could benefit from the EAS framework and structured EA modeling with the security in focus. Please contact us at Think if you like to have the framework or more information in how to get started. So thank you for me.